in the rain. I met a leader outside there, Mr. Patel. He told me that Upline, when are they going to start giving us distributors also car funds, even if it's the half of the platinum check? I told him that very soon, as Uplines, you never say no, they'll never. You always promote positivity, right? So I told him very soon they'll introduce it and even make it much more beautiful. But today's training is something that will help you unlock all those incentives in network marketing. When I got this training, I remember in a leaders boot camp, and they trained it to us. The person who trained it was a different person. He spoke about it and it was touching me. Every point he reached, it was touching me. Every point he reached, it was touching me. I felt like, the training was designed for me. Today, that's how I want everybody to feel. I want you to feel this training that we're going to give you today was designed for who? For me. And for you, especially who fought in the rain, I want to thank you for coming. I know it's not an easy thing, but I would also love for the chairs, which are empty, let's push a bit in front. Let's not leave them. There are no VIPs in a training. So let's push up a bit. There are no VIPs. Let's get those chairs filled up, friends, so that we don't have to see people. I'm seeing more leaders coming in and dragging chairs. Leaders coming in and dragging chairs. I don't know why Hassan is allowing that, yet there are empty chairs there, right? The training I want to share with you is going to be something very impactful. I got to see what it did to me in my journey in network marketing, but most importantly, I got to see my mistakes when I was doing my business. One of the things I always tell people whenever I'm training this topic, and I want us to keep this quote, it's free of charge, right? I want you to memorize this quote so that you can one day tell it to your leader in a leader's training or in a leader's meeting, right? I always tell people in network marketing, width is for show. Right? Depth is the one that will run the show. Have you understood that quote? Or I repeat it slowly. Width is for show. It's like showbiz. Right? Then depth is the one that will actually run the show. Have you understood that statement? Yes. Who has understood that statement? By show of hands. Yes, my sister, what have you understood by that statement? Feel free, let's clap for her. Let's clap for her as she gives us a statement. What have you understood by that statement? Wow, let's clap for her one more time. I told you my campus teacher once told me there are no wrong answers in class, right? Only creative ones. So it's a very beautiful creative answer. And I'm going to explain my quote very well. When I say width is for sure, I mean width is what we look at our sponsor tree. Do you all know your system? Am I speaking to everyone? Everyone, by show of hands, all of us have systems. Show your hands. Everyone who has a system. Please put up your hand. High and proud, high and proud. I don't want to do this training for guests. High and proud. Is there any guest in the room today? No. If there's a guest in the room, I request you to make your guest wait outside, right? I don't want guests in training. This is going to make them not understand something they shouldn't understand for now, right? I think it won't make sense to the guest. By show of hands, everyone who knows your system or who has a system. Everybody who has a system, put up your hand high and proud. Put up your hand high and proud. Yes. For the guests, I want you to just wait for us outside. And for the people who are invited guests here, I want to request you, this is a distributor training. It's not a guests training. It's a distributor training. Now, width is your sponsor tree. Everyone knows your sponsor tree in your system, right? When I say width is for sure, we always recognize the people who do the 3 in 30, the 5 in 30, the 6 in 60, whatever it is, right? And the easiest way to make money is by recruiting. 2 things that can make you grow width and depth. First thing is recruiting massive. A person who recruits massively is a person who will have width and depth by mistake, by chance, by intention, whatever it is, right? That's a person who grows width and depth. Then there's the other one, which is called taprooting. Can we all say taprooting? I'm not hearing anyone. Can we all say taprooting? Taprooting is the way that involves maybe some hand-holding, leading, going down the line. You reach 5 levels, because in network marketing there's a funny statistics. 95 of the business that makes all of us rich is in our 5th level and above. Can I repeat that? Yes. 95 of the business that makes us rich is in level 5 and beyond. What do I mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stand up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to show you this example. This is our pioneer, right? Lady in red is our pioneer. She pioneered and sent a business and invited her, right? Congratulations. She invited him. Congratulations. That's level 1, level 2, level 3. He invited him. Level 4. She invited her. Level 5. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our platinum global leader. Let's clap for her. She's going to become, right? Yes. So imagine the business is saying, network marketing, out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 90% of what makes us rich is from here and beyond her. Do you know why? Ask me why. Why? Because so many of the people making their first money, making their $100, $200, are in this level and beyond. Look at your sponsor tree if I'm lying to you. 90% of the people who are top earners today, most of their business volume is coming from this level and beyond. Any top earner who does not have 5 levels deep is not in the top earners. That I can put my hand and leg. There's no top earner whose business doesn't go 5 levels deep. You can sit down. Thank you so much, friends. For everybody who's opening their system right now, you can open the system. For those who have their phones nearby, I want to show you how Okata is special. Okata went an extra mile and shows you your deepest level. Your deepest level. All of you open your systems, you're going to see it's just underneath there. Just underneath. When you click view progress, for all of you on your dashboards, when you click view progress, I love our CEO system. He makes all the data in your dashboard be visible for you to track your business. That's why I pity people who sit after the sales training and then they go into restaurants and then they go into where downstairs. I don't even understand where they are going. You leave these kinds of training, then tomorrow you call people, you wonder why you're not getting rich. Because you're not understanding where your business volume is coming from. You're spending you're doing the right thing, but at the wrong time. All of us are on our systems, right? Most of us anyway. There's view progress down there. It shows you deepest level. You click view progress, go to the deepest level. If your deepest level is not at level 5 and beyond, you need to start sponsoring as fast as possible. And even those who are slightly at level 6, you need to start taprooting as fast as possible. Because there's a lot of money being missed beyond level 5. That is the one that's supposed to earn you the word leverage. Can we also leverage? People, let's say it like we're distributors. Can we also leverage? Leverage. I want to leave this training not confused, but I know this is a leaders training. I don't know how they put it here. But maybe they believe you're leaders, right? And if they believe you're leaders, I want to train you like your leaders. Now, understanding width and depth. What is width? Now, width refers to the business owners you personally sign up. The keyword is personally sign up. These are the people, when I sat down and built my network marketing business, the first thing I did is I made sure in my first 30 to 90 days, I am constantly sponsoring. Can you also constantly sponsoring? That's why when we started the business, they recognized the people who had 20 recruits and beyond. Do you remember those people? They were invited even for a special dinner. I think it was not 20, it was about 10. 10 or 5? 6. That person must have attended the dinner. Clap for that person. That person ate that food. It was 6 and beyond. Imagine 6 sign-ups and beyond. Now, in my first month, I remember I recruited about 11 people in my first month. And from those 11 people, my focus was how best can I taproot into their what? Business. Because if in your 11 sponsored people, for example, if I started today, my first point is to identify my width. To call my people, immediately get on the phone. I'd be like, hi Juma, I found a business that's going to make us rich. I want to explain to you in depth, face to face. I would love it if you made time for me. Please come and we meet at such and such a point on such and such a day. Which day works for you? Either Thursday or Monday. You tell me Monday. Monday I have either midday or 2 p.m. Which works for you? Tells me 2 p.m. Come. Explain to Juma. And I told Juma, when I was explaining to him with it, I'll tell Juma, right now I'm in my beginning phase. I'm speaking like a new distributor. This is what I'll tell people when I'm closing. Right now I'm in my beginning phase. Of people who I'm going to call, because I've done network marketing before, you're blessed that you're my first person. This was what I was telling my wife. You're blessed that you're my first person. Now, by the time I become successful, 90% of my business is going to be in your team. Now the question is, Juma, how fast do you want to become successful? You want to become successful today or yesterday? I'm not saying tomorrow. Everyone will say what? Tomorrow. The negatives one will say tomorrow, right? So you say today and when? Yesterday. Because it's going to say either yesterday or when? Today. If it is yesterday, meaning we have to start when? Now. If it is today, we have to start when again also? Are you getting? You have left me with a now answer. Tell your neighbor now. It's a now situation. And that's when I brought depth. I told him, Juma, it doesn't stop there, because depth refers to the independent business owner directly below your personal direct. Now, from the people that I personally sponsor, Juma, this is the trick. This is how I'm going to make you rich, Juma. From the people I personally sponsor, my key aspect is to make sure they become successful fast, just like you. So it means I'm still going to go back and try to recruit more people to support the people that I've brought on board. So that means that's a bigger team for you, but also a big team for the person I've currently brought into my business. That means who's going to win? Me and you, Juma. So we have to start now to build our team now. I've now made it seem like it's no longer my team, it is our team. When your guests come here, the biggest question they ask themselves is, where do I benefit from? Have you ever sat down and asked yourself that question? Why are people not joining my business? It's simply because I've talked about me, another one, me, another one. You're talking about another person, you're talking about yourself. You have not sat down to explain and talk to who? The person who has come. That's where depth starts from. Depth starts from your mind even when you don't have two people. I want to believe all of us don't have two people for now. Let's merge, right? Think about what you were thinking in your first month. Do you see that identifying period? When you started sorting out your people, you're like, if I call Juma, if I call Obscene will do for me this. If I call Hood will bring these people. Do you understand? That identifying process. I always tell people, whenever you're given a task, don't spend time trying to jump and hit the task on the head. You're going to be like that person who they give an axe to cut a tree in 7 days. And every day you're hitting the tree like this because you want the tree to cut down, right? Thinking that is the smartest strategy vis-a-vis the person who spends 7 of the 7 days, spends 5 sharpening the axe. So that one cut takes the tree halfway. The other cut takes the tree what? Down. That is the purpose of why people, when they start network marketing, they miss this. Understanding the depth and width. Moving forward, friends. Now, there are two ways, like I told you, when you see, even the training, I told you, there are two ways. You can either be good at personally recruiting. Like for you, 3 in 30, your face is always there. Do you understand where I'm coming from? 3 in 30, they're going to give you pins at the anniversary. Math 1, you got 3 in 30. Math 2, 3 in 30. Math 3, 3 in 30. You've become the 9 in 90. Wow. Tell me about wow. Tell me about wow. You recruit, and even you can recruit your own mother by mistake. You understand where I'm coming from? Then there's this stage. Now this stage affects a lot of leaders. It disturbs. Do you know why? Because this is the breastfeeding stage. This one here, there's a lot of hand-holding, there's a lot of massaging, there's a lot of emotional drainage. Tell your neighbor, emotional drainage. Here, your downline is no longer downline. They have become your best friend, your brother, your sister, your uncle, apart from your girlfriend and boyfriend, right? No. That one is reserved for co-curricular activities, but for business purposes, your downline has become your next of kin. I want you to imagine when I select a person and say I want to sponsor you, in my head I'm thinking you're my next of kin. So what does that mean? If one day my team is not here, you're the one that I'm leaving my team with. Are you getting where I'm coming from? So if I'm leaving my team with an incompetent person, it means my team is going to do what? Have you ever seen a cell leader leave and the cell disappears? Have you ever seen that happen? Yes. A cell leader gets malaria, goes for a week, and also the whole cell gets malaria, goes for another 2 weeks. Because they say what an upline does, the downlines do what? They do better. You get cough, the downline gets COVID. Eh? You get a headache, the downline gets what? I won't allow that answer. But you get the point. So when you decide to go these two versions, understand that they are both interconnected. You can't be good at sponsoring and hope that you're going to be a good team builder by mistake. No. You can't always recruit what has gone missing. I always tell leaders that thing. I was telling people in this boot camp here. You can't recruit what has gone what? Missing. You sponsor and then you dump or you leave. How? Some people are the master of sponsor and dump. It's not a dumping site. Many of you imagine that by dumping, you or sponsoring here, you pick up on your own. That's where taprooting comes, leaders. Let's not miss our money. I told you level 5 and what? Beyond. If you want to make money and you open your dashboard by mistake, I will open your dashboard by mistake and your BV changes, not PV, but BV, your business volume changes. It can't change without this taprooting. Let's proceed. Now, in taprooting, you keep working with your team down the line like this, we've talked about it. In taprooting, the best leaders show up in depth. Can you all say this? What do I mean? You saw we used our example of our 5, and we got our what? Platinum. In our 5, we got our platinum. Let me tell you an example. For my 11 that I recruited, 7 of the 11 were good. Not to say the other 4 were bad, but 7 of the 11 showed interest, showed willingness, were pushing the way I was pushing. But still, of the 7, 5 decided to go an extra mile. Tell me about extra mile. That's where now this happened. For example, you directly sponsor up 20 people and your team has 500 people. There are high chances finding your leaders among the 480 who are not your parents. Imagine 500 people in your team, but we're saying even 480 may not, do you understand? May be having your superstar. Meaning your 20, we're not saying your 20 are bad. But in the 480, chances are high you may be having your superstar. How many of you have your direct sponsor near you or within the training center? By show of hands. Your direct sponsor, not doing business. Here, like by show of hands. How many of you have your direct sponsor? Wow. Let me see. Put up your hands. Wow. Clap for direct sponsors. Clap for them even harder. Your personal directs are in the training. Your personal directs. How many of you have your uplines here? I don't put your, everyone will put up your hand because you see me here. I want, leave me. There's another upline. By show of hands. How many of you have your upline here? Someone is looking in the far corner, is like, oh, the guy is around. He's not. Your upline may be in the far outreach. Don't say it's a negative one. Right? So, one of the things I share so much passionately about is understanding that if your business, right, if your business doesn't catch fire on your first person, it doesn't mean it won't catch fire on your second. It doesn't mean your third will fail. It doesn't mean your fourth will fail. Maybe your fifth person may be the person you've been looking for the whole time. You see, that's why you see even Edison, the one who designed the bulb, he tried 999 times. Imagine he spoiled 999 bulbs to find just one bulb that brought us light. One bulb like this brought the whole world light. Imagine you have one downline who brings you the whole world. When he coughs, you cough. When he coughs, you bring cough medicine to make sure he doesn't die. That is the beauty of depth. Tell your neighbor, depth. Now, as we proceed, this means you have to keep working down the line until you find your diamonds. Many of you get frustrated, many of you get disappointed because you find yourself, you don't see the person you sponsored. Maybe I sponsored Hood is not around, but Hood brought for me Mr. Upsen. Then I start cursing Hood. I be like, but this Hood doesn't know how he's delaying my success. This Hood, if I catch him, you understand? You feel like punching him. But Hood had left you with who? Upsen. Now, you're supposed to understand that maybe Hood is busy or he's currently engaged in something else, right? We don't want to say something negative about Hood. Maybe he's currently busy or he's engaged. But he has left you his next of kin. Now, for you to get out the business, it's from your next of kin. Now, we proceed and see, where is the money? Let me show you here. In Okata, the money is in both depth and width. So it means that all these two ways are very good. I'm not saying that one is bad and one is good. I'm not saying sponsoring is bad. Don't say, as this said, upline said, sponsoring is bad. No. Where do you make the money? Sponsoring. So sponsor. Where do you make the money? Also in binary depth. So have a business. So we're saying, as you build your organization, make sure you have active direct legs to a minimum of 10. Tell your neighbor 10. Tell your neighbor 10. 10. And also growing your depth of these legs. Now, I don't want to ask people how many of you have 10 active legs. It's not important. What's important is now you at least have a number that you can strive for. By 10 active people, we mean that if I sponsored her, she's building business every day. Like, she's on network marketing. It's her daily source of income. Same thing with her, same thing with him, same thing with him, same thing with her, eventually until you get your 10. If you have 10, I'm not saying pause and stop there. We're saying the more the merrier, right? They have said the key word is what? Minimum. Tell your neighbor minimum. Now, with these active distributors gives you more binary check match. This one, explain it, not easy. How many of us know the compensation plan? You know, that's why they say it's a leader's training. How many of us know the compensation plan? How many of us know binary check match? By show of hands. Now you see, the hands are free because you're not in a training hall. When they are presenting, you're on the phone down, as if you're the one who created the plan. How many of you know binary check match? I don't want to see the ones who know that binary check match. I don't want to see your hand obscene. I don't want to see your hand. 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 I want to see a new distributor. How many of you know binary check match? You walk away with money. New distributor. You walk away with money right now. 1 month and below. Binary check match. You walk away with money right now. 1 month and below. Let me explain it. You people have refused to eat money. A 1 month and below distributor was going to get a sponsored ticket, a sponsored anniversary ticket. So next time, sit in a compensation plan, stop putting your eyes on the phone, stop walking outside. Are you understanding? Let me explain one more time. This is you. Tell your neighbor me. Tell your neighbor me. I don't want to see any eyes on the phone. Is your neighbor on the phone? If your neighbor is on the phone, throw it away outside. I'm joking. So, this is an important thing, friends. You're going to reach here in your business. So I want you to keep your eyes open. Stop being green. This is you. Now, when you have someone who has joined you, person A, for example, right? And you have person B. The only way you'll activate this is if you have sponsored 2 people, right? So person A, person B, they have joined your business, and now you're helping them. You're doing width and depth. You're helping them to grow and taproot. Tell your neighbor, taproot. Taproot. Person A has sponsored their 2. Tell your neighbor 2. Person B has sponsored their 2. Tell your neighbor 2. Now, by God's grace, you build your business up to a platinum level. A platinum level. Now, God blesses you and you become a platinum. Clap for Mr. Hussein. I want to tell you this, and I want to give you why everyone should push to become a platinum. As a platinum, you cease to have a strong leg and a weak leg. You now have business volume. You stop thinking about, you stop hating your strong leg. That's why I love this team more than even my, for those people who are online who are my weak leg, I'm sorry. I love this team more than even my weak leg. You get where I'm coming from? Why? Because now there's business volume. Now, as a platinum, on your directs, this is direct number 1, right? Direct number 2. The system is saying, as a platinum, you earn 8% of the binary, the left and right. Can you say left and right? Left and right. You earn 8% of any money made in left and right. So person A makes, I'm going to use premium package because I'm thinking big for you. So person A makes 550,000. 550 in pairing. Person B makes, meaning this is a premium, this is a premium. Premium, premium. We're only sponsoring what? Premiums. Tell your neighbor premiums. Premiums. Now, person B also makes 550,000. Who has a calculator? Pull out a calculator. I want to have my calculator near me. Who's my nearest calculator? Mr. John is the sharpest person. 8% of 550,000 is 44,000. Imagine 44,000. 44,000. Divide it by 3667. Divide by 3667. 3667 is our dollar rate at Okata Wellness Solutions. Right? Whatever they pay you in the system, you see $15, you see $22. The rate is, you multiply it by 3667. It's $13. $13. Imagine a platinum for his 2 people. He's how many people? 2. On top of the money he makes from left and right, the premiums, he will also make, the upline here will make 550, 550, right? Meaning the upline has made now, you as a platinum, you've made 550,000, right? You've made another 550,000 because you've paid 2, right? Premiums. 1. Now you add also the 8%, the 44,000. You add another 44,000. How much is that? How much is that? This is already 1.1, right? Yes. 1.1 by 88,000. How much is that? It becomes 1.2 something, right? 1 point what? 1,188,000. 1,188,000. And you wonder why the platinums are rich. When they tell you life starts at platinum, are you seeing the life? Are you seeing the life? Yes. Fine. Someone is saying, this money has come because again he has matched this. Let me tell you the beauty about binary check match. Are you seeing? Let me tell you this beauty here. Imagine your directs were all on one leg. You decided to taproot first. You said, let me give my direct spillover another direct, person B, for you're growing one leg first. So you get, this is also your direct. Now person B pairs here. This person is a premium meanwhile. This person is a premium. Now person A pairs 550,000, for example, right? For example. And then person B also pairs 550,000. Even on your strong leg, you still make, minus this here now, you still make the 88,000, even on your strong leg. Is it more than a starter pair? Is it more than a starter pair? Yes. I see how much money you're missing. Let me tell you how beautiful this is. Imagine that leader grows, builds a big business, and you see one day that leader make $500 in binary that week. Imagine. And you personally sponsor them. How much is the 8% of this? How much is the 8% of this, friend? $40. Before you build and pair left and right, you already have $40 just from sponsoring your first person. Now imagine you become an emerald, and then beneath this person is another platinum making money. The week can begin with 1 million before you even start working. Before you start working. Let me tell you, there's no sweeter way of network marketing than earning from helping your people make money. Are you getting where I'm from? Yes. Sit down and understand a compensation plan. Don't be outside there. Don't be on your phone. Don't be rotating. Don't go to those restaurants. Sit down and know where your money is. Tell your neighbor, know where your money is. Shake them. Know where your money is. Depth contributes to more binary leadership development. Now, leadership development, LBD, is something else. It is something else. You've just seen binary check match. I don't give you a headache. There's stair step that those leaders make. And you also make a percentage of that stair step. Let's proceed. The power of duplication creating depth. When they tell you life starts at platinum, believe it. The power duplication in network marketing refers to a lot of people in your business daily. Now, this also means duplication happens when you work with a few leaders on a daily basis. Not a big sale, a few leaders. I always wonder, the person who sits in a sale and becomes, you understand, it becomes an LC1 chair meeting of, you get it? When the sale is more than 5, 10, It becomes an LC1 meeting. Any cell beyond 5, 6, 7 people, that is already, tell your neighbor LC1. Tell your neighbor LC1. Learn to micro-size your cell. Learn to work with someone, know their name, be with them, understand how they are doing business. Don't sit and then they give you the bestseller award. You come. The week ends and that cell has not got one code. That's bad business. Do you know why that's happening? Because you're not micromanaging the situation. You're not being there at every leader's level of growth. Learn to work to the microscope of your business. The microscope. I'm talking about minimize. I always love working with the new people. Do you know why? They keep me new. As a leader, if you're not being kept new, you rot. A new person is going to tell you, Upline, how can I make my first 1 million? He's going to bring you a new leader. He's going to invite a new guest. But the old person, that one has touched some money. His walking style changes. The button stops fitting. That one already now starts to reach the no man's land in network marketing, which you don't want. That will be in a leader's training one day. But on a daily basis, when you start growing your business, the top earners are earning the most money in the 5th generation. I'll tell you this one. The top earners are earning more money from the 5th generation. I'm telling you, most of the top leaders in network marketing, the income comes from going down and below, a sizable team. Because, let me tell you the funny fact, there's a statistic here. Do you know how many thousands of distributors at level 5 and beyond are making $100? Imagine you have 100 downlines making just $50 at level 5. $50. How many of you in this room made $15 last week? By show of hands. Okay, let me not ask that question. I know there are a number of people who made $15 last week, right? Most of those $15 made one leader make $500 from your 15. Are you understanding the mathematics? Most of the $15 you made a top leader make $500 plus last week. Are you getting it? Let's proceed and see. Now, the role of relationship building in creating depth, it states that it's important that you build a good relationship with your downlines and your directs. Now, many of us have time. I don't know the leader who has time to fight with his downline is a leader who wakes up, drinks pembe, drinks waraji, and then comes to a training center. You cannot fight your downline. That's the person who's going to, strong leg, weak leg, I don't care. Because in your business, you don't have to think about those things. Funny enough, a strong leg will build your weak leg faster. Am I speaking to someone? I know this training, I don't know how they brought it here, but I know all of us are leaders. So I believe when I'm saying some of these things, some of them are sinking, some may disappear from one year to another, but just get most of the other things that I'm talking about. The moment you decide to become a leader to your team, it starts with your first 2. Tell your neighbor 2. How you lead your 2 will determine how you lead 200 people, 2,000, 10,000. How you lead your first 2. No one in network marketing became a good leader by leading their first 2 badly. That one I'll tell you. And when you do your business, the way this happens faster when you recognize your downlines for the small wins. How many of you sponsored a person last week? By show of hands. Last week you sponsored a person. Put up your hand, Namwe. You want to say that no one sponsored? You want me to open my dashboard right now? How many of you sponsored your person last week? Please come on this stage. Come. If your upline hasn't celebrated, you haven't celebrated. Come. Everyone who sponsored a person last week, come on this stage. Come. As leader, you come because for you I'm working with you directly. Don't even pretend. You come. Everyone who sponsored a person last week, come on this stage. Congratulations. 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 Hey, you are debating about it. You are thinking about it. You checked your system to be sure. Congratulations. Now, all of you, I want us to clap harder. Even me, I won't sit down there. Hey, wait, don't confuse me. I want us, I won't first come and join you down, and I clap for them also, right? So I want us to clap hardest or harder for the people who sponsored. Once I join, the seats down. Wait, pause. Let me join you. Thank you, my dear. So let us clap harder. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay. These were the people who managed to successfully sponsor a person last week. Please take your seats. Thank you so much. Yes, they should give you tips. We're going to give them the training next week to give you tips on how to sponsor your first person the whole week. Now, moving forward, you build a better relationship when you physically support your downline. Sometimes many people confuse this word. Many people confuse this word. Tell your neighbor support. Tell your neighbor support. People think support is only financial. You're a bad upline when you're not giving financial support. Is that true? Sometimes support is even moral support. There are uplines who have made me rich in network marketing just by telling me I can do it. There are also uplines who have made me rich in network marketing just by providing one spillover which I've never got yet. But there are also uplines who have made me rich in network marketing just for counseling. Tell me about counseling. They have saved me years and years of mistakes. You understand? Then there are also uplines who touched their pocket, who I want to thank so much, who made me rich by supporting. If you have an upline who has done that, clap for them. Some of you have not clapped. It seems your upline has never even given you 1,000. Again, I repeat, there are uplines who touched their pockets and helped us one way or the other. Clap for them. Ruth, your upline is watching, even if he's not here. No, sometimes it's not about the amount, friends. It's about the willingness to give. You know, many of you get it wrong in network marketing. Your upline gave, even if it was that 2,000 to jump on a border. That day you didn't have it. Someone gave it to you because that day you also didn't have it. But then you have the audacity to come and say that upline doesn't support. I don't want to curse anyone, but never take that support lightly. Someone to give you what they didn't have, it means a lot from them, right? Anyway, moving on, I think we've come to the end. So I'll leave you with the last quote. I know it's not there because the person who was preparing the slides didn't put it. But the quote I want to leave you today is this. As you build Widith, don't look behind. Am I speaking to someone? When you build Widith, don't look behind. What do I mean? If you look behind, you're going to remember all the people you lost, and it will make you demotivated. When you could look forward at all the people you kept, which would make you more motivated than looking behind. You understand? Don't look behind. What happened behind, that's the reason why they call it the past. It is already past. The mistakes you made, maybe you are not a better leader. Maybe you are not a better upline. Call that person, ask them to even forgive you. Sometimes I text that person who quit my business. I always tell them that I'm sorry, I couldn't be a better upline at that time because I wasn't a better leader as a person. Do you understand? I sponsored someone recently, and I told them from my previous company, I think I've changed as a leader. Why? Because from the few people I've been working with right now, recent, most of them have started to become successful. And I think I have learned from my mistakes from the past. I want to meet you and show you how. The person said, I don't want to meet you. I said, I want to just meet you. And even if you don't join, I want you to forgive me. The person said, unless you're taking me for lunch. I said, it's okay. I took the person for lunch. I explained to her the business. And she kept asking me questions, until eventually she paid. You know? Until eventually she joined. Today she sent me money for a ticket. I was happy. Today she told me she sponsored her first person. I told her I won't register him. You understand? Today, she made her first pair. I told her, the moment we encash, we are going to have a small coffee together because I want to show you how to build that person who has joined your network. Do you understand? That, for me, previously, I didn't do for her. She even said, coffee. It seems they have given you those car checks. I told her not because of that. It's because I want to do better. Tell your neighbor better. Tell your neighbor better. If you want to do better, put up your hand by show of hands if you've learned something from this training. I want to tell you that you can be a better leader. I know you may have had, no one is perfect. I'm not perfect. Some people even fight with me in my team. And I know for a fact I'm not the best upline. I know maybe I have my mistakes as an upline. I've made so many, and I still make up to today. But the best thing as an upline that I want you to do is to forgive yourself. Touch your chest and say, I'm sorry. Touch your chest and say, I'm sorry. Forgive yourself because mistakes are part of the game. But to end this training, I'll ask Mr. Hassan to bring for me the tickets I asked him to bring for me. I don't know why Mr. Hassan hasn't brought those tickets up to now. Friends, do you all know what's happening on the 24th? Those are people who don't know what I'm talking about. Do you know what's happening on the 24th? Yes. Do you know what's happening on the 25th? Yes. I have lost energy. All the motivation has left my body. Do you know what's happening on the 24th? Yes. Do you know what's happening on the 25th? Yes. I'm going to request Mr. Chimera to cut our live. I think our live is done. So I'm going to ask you again. Do you know what's happening on the 24th? Do you know what's happening on the 25th? Yes. Okada Wellness Solutions is making 1 year. Friends, 1 year of growth and a future of possibilities. I cannot emphasize that without calling my platinum leaders on stage. The first platinum I'm going to call is a man who said that it must go down. Tell your neighbor it must go down. A man who swallowed all the bullets and said that I'm not coming back until I'm a platinum leader. This is a gentleman who on the 1st of January 2025 wrote his goals upstairs in that room and said upline, it was not a brass, he was an IBO, he was not even a premium, he was a deluxe IBO. I looked at him writing the goal of wanting to be a platinum leader and I said, my friend, you have to first upgrade. I wanted to tear his gold card. He said, upline this gold card, I've protected it, I've laminated it, and I told him, are you going to upgrade? He said, upgrading is going to happen soon. And he went and he put it on his wall. And today, he's celebrated our newest platinum leader, Mr. Opuse. Cheers! Come! Wow. The DJ is with me. Stand here, Mr. Opuse. He's fresh, he's smelling benzene. Tell your neighbor benzene. Benzene. That is the fuel used on a plane all the way from South Sudan, friends. Wow. As he was coming, when he was smelling that fuel of benzene, his icon changed from normal IBO and he became a platinum global leader. Wow.